So we're still on this whole theme of why certain things wouldn't be good, but this time we're going superheroes. Why certain superpowers?
Would be horrible. So let's get into this, chat.
We're gonna see why the superpowers that we're gonna get into today are
Invisibility, intangibility, super speed, immortality. Obviously, we all know why immortality would be bad now. Time stopping, and super strength. I like
like this type of it. Invisibility good. Invisibility like Loki, one of the few ones on this list that's good. Super speed, not good. You're going to run so fast you're gonna kill yourself. Immortality, terrible. Time stop, it's pretty peak, bro. Like I don't know why anybody would say being able to stop time is bad. And super strength is alright, but you might crush somebody. And not in the shall they gonna let me crush sense. Like you're actually gonna crush somebody's bones and kill them. Let's go into this one. First one.
To some people, invisibility would be a dream superpower. They fantasize about all the things they could do without being noticed. Not
Mm-hmm.
exactly heroic things, but when you look closer, it's not.
I know a lot of dudes that would be in the women's bathroom if they had invisibility, but me personally, I'm like, bro, why would you want to go look at like mid shotties naked or mid shotties peeing? Like, going into the girl's bathroom with invisibility is one of the worst things you would do. What you would have to do, a smart man, would use his invisibility to go to the strip club locker rooms. I'm just saying, a smart man would use his invisibility to go to the strip club locker rooms. Just saying.
It's not as cool as it sounds. Here's the problem. For you to see, light has to hit the back of your eyes. But if you're invisible, light would just pass through you, leaving you blind. And if somehow your eyes could catch light, they would still be visible, making you a pair of floating eyeballs. Just creepy. To go fully invisible, you need to be completely naked. Not that
Yeah,
some of you would mind that, but you wouldn't be able to carry anything either, and since no one can see you, they would crash into you all the time. You better not use perfume or even make noise breathing. People would still know you are there. Plus, if you're
facts.
thinking that you could rob a bank, a thermal camera would still spot your heat radiation, making it nearly
Facts.
impossible to sneak in undetected.
Facts. Low key.
Intangibility. Picture this. You've just unlocked intangibility. You're super excited, so you decide to phase your hand through a wall. But the moment you activate your powers, you drop straight through the floor, sinking
Ooh,
into the earth.
yeah. That
Yeah,
was intangibility. I knew was a bad one, bro. Like, only way you could technically make intangibility work is if every time you went intangible, you're running, jumping up, and then going through the wall, and then before you touch the ground, you make your feet solid again. That's the only way being intangible would work, bro. Or by making certain pieces of your body intangible at a time. That's the only way that would work. No, they would know you were there when you beat, cause no, they wouldn't know you were there when you beat, cause they wouldn't realize. Yeah, they wouldn't unless you're like a heavy mouth breather. Cause imagine, you're in your room and you just hear this in the corner. Nigga, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? What the fuck is making that? What the fuck is breathing in my room, bro? You're gonna walk around just looking, just looking. Then you're gonna touch and you're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Then immediately you're gonna go start, or you're gonna be scared. One of the two. Invisibility, there's Loki only, like, the only con is the infrared cameras. Like, society is so advanced that you wouldn't even really be able to do too much with your invisibility. Like, you wouldn't be able to do nothing that's like truly beneficial with the invincibility, because because we have heat sensors, heat sensors, heat sensors. How's this intangibility when you fall? Because you're making your whole body intangible. Like, you can go through shit. But yeah, the only way you can survive intangibility is like what I said, bro. Like, the wall is right here. You're gonna have to run, jump up, and then go through the wall. And before you touch the ground, your feet gotta be back to normal. So yeah, this one could be very bad. One small mistake, you're dead. Cause once you fall down through the earth, bro, whenever you make yourself tangible again, you're dead. And if you keep falling through the earth, you're gonna fall out through the other end. And you know what's gonna happen? You're in space. And guess what happens if you try to make yourself tangible in space? You're dead. You're dead, bro. You're dead, buddy. Make everything intangible but your feet. But then how do you get through the wall, bro? How do you get through the wall? Unless you make one foot intangible at a time. But then you gotta have like super good control over your power, bro. Like really good control over your power. You're gonna have to make yeah, you're like it's possible, bro. But you're gonna have to, like really good control over your power, like really good control, bro. And realistically, if you're intangible, that means every time you use your power, you'd phase out of your clothes, bro. I'm thinking like this is big mind thinking. It's not worth the risk, hell yeah, bro. Because every time you went intangible, you're going to like, bro. Imagine you wearing a shirt, right, and now you go through a wall. When you get to the other side of that wall, bro, your clothes, everything is gone, bro. So you're booty butt naked on the other side, and now everybody still sees you. It's not like the invisible invincibility. You risk dying to pass through the wall. Yes, you do, bro. Because if you make a mistake or get startled and go back to normal, your organs just get exploded through the wall, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked. You're genuinely cooked, bro.
Deactivate your powers and become fused into rock, suffocating to death. Or continue sinking until you reach the molten center of the Earth due to gravity, unable to do anything, waiting until you decide to die. Super speed. A moderate super speed of about 190 miles per hour, like Dash's, wouldn't be so bad. The problems would be minimal. But if we're talking about speed similar to the Flash,
You're
without
cooked.
Speed Force, then
You're
it would be a
cooked.
disaster waiting to happen. You would have to generate an enormous amount of force, far greater than what the human body can handle, and it would cause your legs to simply rip off your body. Here's another thing. Air isn't empty. It's filled with elements like oxygen and nitrogen, plus tons of...
And if you guys know about air, if you put your hand outside a car while you're driving, there's a lot of resistance. So now imagine the amount of resistance you're going to have while you're running, bro. You're cooked, bro. You're cooked. You're cooked. Yeah, you. If the only way super speed works is if your body is durable, your mind is also functioning at super speed. Yeah, that's the only two things. I have 2 points I got. If your mind is functioning at super speed and your body is durable, super speed is valid. But if you don't have those two powers too, you're cooked.
dust particles. As you move through air, you're rubbing against these particles, generating friction that produces
Mm-hmm.
heat.
Now you're on fire.
Moving at super speed would generate enough heat to burn your entire body.
Cooked.
Let's say you don't burn. You still need to see where you're going. Human perception isn't adapted to handle high speed, so moving at super
Exactly.
speed would make everything blurry. The speed at which you think would need to match your physical speed. Otherwise, you would just crash into things.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly doing what A-Train did, just running through people. And in the case that your perception does keep up, the world around you would seem so slow that you'd basically be stuck in time.
Real.
Having super speed would also mean burning millions of calories every day, so you'd go broke, buying all the food needed to keep your metabolism satisfied.
Real.
Teleportation.
Oh, next part, teleportation. Teleportation doesn't seem bad, honestly, bro. Let's be real. Like before he even gets into explaining what was what. What is what? Did I miss something? The wallet, the calories, the snail, the wall, the dude. Oh, this animation. Oh, the dude running. Oh. Um, but teleportation ain't bad, Chad. Let's be real. Cause if I can think right now and say I'm gonna go to Paris, like if it has to be a place like known location that you know, I would literally just sit here. Eiffel Tower, I'm in Paris. Big Ben, I'm at the Big Ben. Washington D.C. You know exactly, bro. Like teleportation don't seem bad. Like I don't know how he's gonna explain why teleportation would be bad, but we're gonna see. But I don't think it would be bad.
You might know the Earth is in constant motion through space, moving at around 67,000 miles per hour. It rotates, orbits the sun, and the solar system orbits around the center of the galaxy. If you wanted to teleport, you would need to calculate the exact position of the Earth through space, or else you would teleport into space, dying instantly. Immortality.
Bruh,
If you were given the choice between dying in one
that
year...
one wasn't a valid one. That one was not a valid one. Let's be real, Chad. He was just trying to figure out the easiest way to make that one sound bad. But normally when people have teleportation powers, yeah, I'm trying to say he capping, bro. Normally when people have teleportation powers, it's either like who's that dude in X-Men, the blue guy with the tail? It's either it's a teleportation power like his where you gotta see where you want to teleport to, and in that case you're not gonna die, bro, because If it's a sea teleport, then I'm obviously just gonna look there and teleport there. But if it's a calculate exact coordinates teleport, then you're cooked. But bro, nobody power works like that, bro. Nobody power works like that.
Immortal, what would you choose? The choice seems obvious, doesn't it? You're
No,
thinking that being immortal would be much better than dying in a year, right?
no.
But if you're immortal, you would have to watch everyone you love die over and over again until you don't have any emotional feelings anymore. You would live to see the human race die out. You would see the world end. And ultimately, you would be drifting in space all alone for eternity.
Oh yeah, 'cause you
Time
can't
stop.
die.
Oh, time stop. The superpower desired by many.
Yes.
Time stop would be a dream come true for some individuals for obvious reasons, but in reality, it would be a nightmare.
Why?
The moment you stop time, the molecules of air around you would stop as well, making it impossible to breathe. It also means photons would stop,
Oh.
rendering you unable to see. So you stop time and become unable to breathe or see until you either resume time or just die. Great power, huh?
I did not think about the
Super.
science behind that one. He low key right. For that one, I don't know, but I think he kind of right. In a sense of air molecules wouldn't move if you stop time. Yes, but that wouldn't mean that the air molecules would disappear. So I don't know, bruh. Honestly speaking, stopping time. If the power was to stop time, but you also freeze, then it would make sense. But it's not a stop time, but you also freeze. It's a stop time, but everything around you should theoretically still be alright. If you can move, you can breathe. Realistically, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. The science behind that one is a little, he getting off the plot a little bit here. I don't know about that one. Super
Super strength
strength.
sounds awesome, right? In real life, though, it's a mess. Everything's designed for regular people, meaning that if you were super strong, you would be breaking doorknobs, keyboards, and glasses left and right. Imagine going to hug your mom and breaking her spine because you don't know how to control your strength yet. Having super
Sheesh.
strength doesn't mean you're indestructible either. If you punch a wall, for example, because of Newton's third law, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The force that you applied to the wall would be applied back to you with the same intensity, knocking you back and breaking your hand.
Damn. Yeah, super strength without super durability means cooked. Cause imagine you have the strength of 1,000 men, right? So now when you punch somebody, they die, right? Make it super strength when I want it. Yeah, if you can control your super strength, yeah, hell yeah. But imagine you have super strength but not super durability. You punch through a car, but now your whole arm is shattered. Sheesh. That's sad, Chad. That's low key ironic, bro. Like some of these powers, you need another power for it to work. Like super speed and super strength, you both need durability for that. Flying, you need durability for flying, bro. I bet like people don't understand that, but if you're flying through the air fast, you're gonna need durability, bro. Cause you're either gonna get hot when you're trying to land, or you're gonna get really cold when you fly up high. And I'm talking about cold as in like freezing cold, bro. Freezing cold. Alright, Chad, that was the last video I had like that one, but it was a little fun. If you were here and you were tapped in, you don't gotta watch these on YouTube because I'm going to post those on YouTube because I know people like watching stuff like this. That's why all these videos have like over 1 million views, bro. Because we all like to just think of what if, what if we had this power? What if we had that power? And honestly, after seeing this, I want to ask you guys, what power would you guys really want to have? In my opinion, the power I would have is it's either between super speed thinking, right? If it has to only be one power, like you can't make it attached to anything else, it would be either super speed thinking because even if I had super speed thinking, I could look at stuff and my mind would process it so fast that I would already know everything I need to know just off the simple like a glance. So I'd rather have super speed thinking or the ability to stop time. Yeah, the ability to stop time. Yeah. But not with those drawbacks that Buddy was talking about. Invisibility not bad, bro. That's like one of the few powers like for a fact you're cooling. Cause stop time. Yeah, I would like that power, but bro, what if I couldn't breathe, right? Fuck, I'm trying to think, bro. Because when you stop time, couldn't you essentially like fire a bullet, stop time, and then move the bullet? If I can do stuff like that, then I'm gonna say this: I would rather have the power to stop time. But if I can't affect anything in my surroundings, no, because you could stop time and keep one of them thingies, them breathe tanks that people use when they go for 15-minute swims. Yeah, I would get one of those, like one of them 15-minute breathing tanks. Put it on every time I wanna stop time, do what I gotta do, and then cause then I only need 15 minutes of air. You can't say but no downside. Now facts, it doesn't work like that. How, bro? Cause his thing is air molecules would freeze, right? But if that's how stopping time would work, then how would you even move, bro? Like how would you even move? Actually, nah. Stopping time is valid because peep this. Even if I can't breathe but I can stop time, how long can you hold your breath for, bro? At least a minute, right? You're cooling, bro. You're cooling. You're cooling. Theoretically, all I need is 1 minute of time being frozen to do whatever I need to do. Cause I would just, bro. I would though. He didn't say you can't move. He didn't say you can't move. He just says you would freeze time. And even if everything around you was frozen, I would still be able to move. I just wouldn't be able to interact with anything around me for real. Like if I try to, for example, if I try to, like, let's say somebody shot a bullet at my mom, right, and I froze time in that last second. Uh, the bullet. Oh, facts. You're right. Photons and light work on the premises of time, bro. Yeah, we're cooked. I can't do that one. It'd have to be super speed thinking, bro. Super speed thinking is the only one that you can get the same effect of freezing time. Cause yeah, you could think at a speed that would make everything around you move slow, but you yourself wouldn't be moving fast. But I'd be thinking at a speed that everything around me would move slow. So I fuck with that, cause you could analyze so many situations like that. If you see somebody about to do something weird, now you go into super speed thinking and think about the best thing you can do in that scenario to stop it from happening. So, and then once you figure out your plan, because you could theoretically sit there and think for like an hour, and only like seconds would go by if you had super speed thinking. So I think it would be valid in that sense. The invisibility one is good. Just do not get do just do not do no crimes that would have tactical teams on you. Anyone who's in the military or CIA or anything, they have those night vision goggles and them thermal scopes on their guns. So you would just have to make sure you did not do nothing bad to get the attention of people like that. Other than that, bro, invisibility would be peak. You'd be chilling most of the time, bro. You'd be chilling, bro. I'd use my invisibility for petty crimes. Like imagine, right? Imagine you see somebody leave their car open, right? That's when I'd go invisible. Like I go invisible, steal a wallet, take out the cash, put the wallet back, carry on moving. Then go far and then regain, then go back visible. But people gonna see a floating wad of money just moving around. So I don't know, Chad. I don't know. I'm sticking with super speed thinking. I'm sticking with super speed thinking. I'm sticking with super speed thinking. Chat. Next video we're gonna watch. I mean, next time we go live, we're gonna watch something called every real life glitch explained. And if you don't get what I mean by that is like every time you feel like in life like shit, why the fuck it feels like something just glitched? Stuff that makes people say we're in a simulation, but we're really not, bro. I'd break into the bank, put 10K on my account, and dip. See, that's smart. You can't even go in there and well, I would say this: break into the bank, send 10K to uh like a random offshore account, like nothing that's really tied to you, and then from there send that bread to yourself. Cause if you send it directly to you, then people in the bank gonna be like, "Yo, what the hell? What the hell's going on here? How we lose all this money and it went straight to this dude named Vendy's?" Then they're all at your door the next morning, bro, knocking on your door like, "Hey, what happened to the 10K that came out of the bank yesterday? We saw it went from here straight to you." See, send it to a crypto wallet. There you go. You'd be Gucci that way. You should be Gucci that way. Oh, chat, my back is cooked, man. Anyway, chat, how long we been live, bro? I'm gonna get on The Last of Us in a little bit, but I want to shower, bro. I want to shower. Cause we did just come from the gym and I went straight into this, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna go shower. Chat, I will be back. I promise I'll be back. I promise. I promise I'll be back. 6'7" or 57. I was about to say 6'7". 6'7", chat. Anyway, chat, appreciate everybody for zapping in. As always, keep God in your life, little nigga. Safety, man. Love y'all. I will be back. I promise. And this is not like the other days where I say I'll be back and I'm not back. Like, I genuinely will be back because we got to beat The Last of Us before this month ends. So we got to lock in. And we almost done, I think. All right, Vinny's. Stay blessed, bro. I will be back later, so you will catch me on here. Safety.